Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to Frankincense School of Mystical Arts, where you can always find me at fsma.life. You can find me on my YouTube channel, Rumble, and Twitter. And you can also jump over to my website if you would like. We have some great psychic courses, psychic medium courses, as well as tarot. And if you would like to book a reading, you can do that over there as well. So getting started, this video is really interesting because I have so much that I want to say, and so hopefully it'll flow nicely. So jumping ahead, moving forward, I do get that we have something that is going on with time. I do get that it looks like we are going to start to see some weird events in regards to time. I get, because of the planet is getting ready to start to, as I mentioned in the 3-day video, we are heading towards a period where we're going to have a pause, and it's going to be silent. And as the world is getting ready to go into that pause, and before we start to flip it backwards, which is the correct timing, correct timeline, we may start to see up into that point where the birds, the animals are acting strange. They're up more at night. I had one of my dear friends off of my YouTube channel mention that she wakes up at 2:30 a.m. and she can hear the birds chirping as if it was like 5:30. And I get we may start seeing more and more of that because the animals and the planet is more awake and more on this correct timeline, and we're just needing to catch up. And I do get that it's going to be different because I don't get that time is real. I get time is an illusion, and putting minutes and seconds and time in your day, I really get we're headed towards we're not going to follow time. The weather will not make sense. There will be, as I see it, no winters. As I see it, we're all on the planet going to experience more of even type, tropical type of weather. No weird, erratic, crazy storms. Beautiful, calming weather where you will receive rain. It just feels healing. It feels smooth. No erratic craziness, because I do get on this correct timeline, we don't have all these crazy erratic floodings and droughts and fires. We don't have that. That feels, and what I have been shown, that is man-made. And I get that as we flip and we go into this different reverse positive timeline, that you are going to see that is how we always were before everything got flipped around. Now, this is a very important topic. As I have been shown, what's really interesting to me is that you keep hearing, oh, you better make sure you have some food, better make sure you have some food. I have been shown where, yes, have a little bit of food, have some food. Because I get we're headed towards a time and a period where the plants and the trees and the fruit trees, as we reverse back, it's going to go through a little bit of a moment of what is going on. And the planet has to settle in that as well. I do believe it would be 100% unfair to the planet and to you and me and mankind to all of a sudden have this silence and then expect everything is just fine now. No, you have to go through a settling in where you just get off a roller coaster ride and you're like, wow, I can't even stand up straight. I am dizzy. That's the energy that I see us going into is, whoa, what just seriously happened? you are going to feel so kind of distorted, a little bit distraught. Imagine how the fruit trees are going to be and how the plants, and when you plant the plants, it's all going to have a little bit of a weird minute. And to be totally honest, I do believe this is in the Bible somewhere, and I don't know where it is, so I apologize. If any of you know where it is, you can please add to a comment. That would be great and appreciated. But that the seasons are going to be so off and so unpredictable that you will not know, is it fall, is it winter, is it spring, like what is it? And the plants are going to be so confused, because it's not going to just happen overnight that all of a sudden, oh, we don't have a winter anymore. No, I get that it's going to be so confused until it settles in that it may be July and all of a sudden you're in the middle of a major week of snow. That craziness. And snow like in the desert. I get that crazy. And then, of course, it's going to kill all the fruit trees and this type of thing. So in your garden that you plant that you think you're going to live on, we may go through a time where they're confused and they may not make it. And this is why you may want to have a little bit of backup. Because even though I've always seen people will have food. But do you really want to eat MREs for like 3 months? I don't. So that's the kind of food, or, that nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like government cheese, which there's nothing wrong with it. But if you want to eat it, every day of the week, and maybe that's your thing, and that's good, that's great, wonderful, and I'm glad it's there. But maybe you want something to go with it. So keep that in mind. Kind of maybe plan, what am I going to do? Do I have a little bit of stash to kind of get me through until the planet settles down and settles in, and we become to where we can tell and we can feel we're in that 1,000 years of peace. So I wanted to share that with you and kind of give you a little bit of a heads up that I do see that kind of energy. I also have been shown, which is so, I'm not excited about this one at all, but I do get lots of plagues, lots of bugs, lots of insects, beetles, all of that crazy that you heard about in the Bible. That's what I get. Plagues, all kinds. I also get even where we may see different health issues come up from hundreds of years back. We may see a little bit of rise in those, some of those for a moment, and then they go away. We may see an abundance of ants. We may see an abundance of mosquitoes, flies. However, I do see that. I do get they will settle in and go away, but I get we may have a moment of some crazy. So be aware and be mindful. And think about, what would I do? How would you deal with that? So I wanted to share that with you also. There's also something else. What was it? I drew a blank. So it must not have been important. On the firmament. Did I say that right? Yeah, I think I did. Anyway, I do get very strongly, as I said earlier. Now, I know there are videos that say that firmament will not be broken, cannot be broken. We've tried to blast it and then it immediately heals. Remember my past videos, I talk about how I see on the other side of this dome that I see over the top of us. Now it's becoming a little bit clear on what that is. You have different satellites that is on the other side of this firmament or dome. It's on the outside, it's on the inside, and they meet. And I see that keeping this dome, this firmament, still intact. I must tell you, I strongly still get that it is cracking, it is splitting, and it is all going to to be honest, it feels like that it's almost falling, like falling from the sky. And I do get, we may see some weird different particles from the sky. I don't get like, oh, here's, asteroids, or that it's from an asteroid. No, this is different. I see different particles falling from the sky that does not hurt anyone, but it feels like that it just falls from the sky. And I get that it's part of this firmament, part of the dome, and I get that it's just falling apart, dissipating, vanishing. But some of you may feel it and even catch it in your hand, and it's really weird because it looks like kind of like gel, if you will, particles. It's weird. I don't know. It lands in your hand and it moves and you see it and you're like, what the heck? And then just goes away. It's weird, but I do see that very, very strong. It's what's interesting to me. And it's just, it reminds me of from an animal, from a human being, when the baby is in the womb and it's that sac. That's what it reminds me of. And that's why I get that it's falling and breaking. Here's the crazy part. It may come out that maybe you can eat that. I know, crazy, huh? Almost like manna from heaven. It's weird, but you watch. Somebody will say it. And somebody will do it. Because it feels like it's alive. In a good way. I'm not saying go eat it, because I probably won't, because I won't know what the heck it is. But you watch. Somebody will say it. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on and share these real interesting things that I see coming and how fascinating times that we are in. And I'm so excited to be able to share and walk this path with all of you. So please like, subscribe, share, jump over to my website, book a reading, look into our courses, and I love you all. And until next time, we will connect very soon. Take care.